Hey guys. Oh, I saw Molly. Hey girl. I'll be writing back to you very shortly, actually. Oh shit, 20K. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it because I think it's really important. Actually, really excited. Hi, good morning. Hey everyone. Thank you for joining. Yes, look at all these spammers. How the hell? This is just crazy. Hey Pam. Hey Hattie. Woohoo. Good morning, Carmel. Wow, I wish that Periscope would figure out a way to get rid of these like crazy spammers. Actually gonna turn off this light because I feel like the lighting is like really bad. Ooh, all right. It's a little bit better. Patricia Larson, hey, Hattie. What the fuck? I know, right? Crazy, crazy. There's not even any boobs in this picture. Look, my shirt comes up to here. Um, Yeah, I wish we could. Actually, I wish that we could actually, like, you could block the people for me. I actually accidentally, hey Gail, I accidentally blocked one of my clients the other day. Hey Sarah, because the feed was moving so fast that I was trying to block a spammer and I actually ended up blocking one of my clients. So, that kind of sucked and I had to go back in and unblock her and all that stuff. So, it's pretty funny. So hopefully Periscope will figure that out. Certain times of day are worse than others. I know, right? 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning, you would think they'd be sleeping or something. I don't know. Ooh, look at all the hearts. Thank you guys. I love them. I love them. They're so pretty. And they match my shirt. I like the blue ones. Whoever's the blue, keep giving me the blue. So, what I want to talk about is what happened to me over, actually, it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday, that I actually ended up investing like a shit ton of money into myself and my business. And it was kind of scary, but it's like so worth it. And looking back on myself, no, it has nothing to do with stocks. Looking back on it, I'm realizing like even more and more how great of an investment this is going to be in my business. So I'm super excited and I kind of wanted to talk to you about what those specific things were, why I made them, and also some other investments that I've made in myself that weren't as good. Thank you for the blue hearts. They match my shirt. Or green, I don't know, bluish green, teal, I guess you can call them. So, when I first started my business, there was a lot of things I spent money on that I didn't need to spend money on. Like when I first started my business and I really had no clue who I was even serving yet, I spent like $1,400 on copywriting, which the copywriting was amazing. However, within a couple months, I had evolved and that copywriting that I had gotten done was irrelevant. I couldn't even use it. I can't even use it now. I still go back and I'm like, oh, I wish I could use this. Did I work a job to pay for that? In the beginning, yes. In the beginning, I was working a job. Now I am just, just working my business and I'm investing what I earn in my business back into my business as most smart entrepreneurs would. So, there was a lot of little courses and things that I also spent a lot of money on. It adds up, Yes, Mary, and I kind of wanted to talk about that too. And Mary, you better finish my training. But that's the thing, like I feel like we have this perception too, and when I talk about the size of the investments that I made on Friday and why they were so important and why I know that it's going to take me to the next level, I look back on like those $197 courses, $400 courses, $500 courses, even like $1,000 courses, and how they really did nothing for me in my business because I didn't apply it. And even now I, will buy something that's like $9.97 or $14.97 and I don't even look at it because for me the stretch wasn't there. It wasn't that big of an investment for me. It's just like, oh, it's just $500. I'm gonna just buy it. Sounds good, and I never ever look at the material because I don't see the value in it. So I'm not saying that's for everybody, because if you're only making a couple $1,000s in your business and you invest $500 or $1,000 in your business, then yes, that is a stretch for you. But for me right now, what I'm making in my business, for me to spend $500 on a course, it's not a stretch for me. So that's why the investments that I've been making have just been like bigger and bigger and bigger, because I know that if I'm investing something and I'm stretching myself to get there, I know I'm going to give so much more to it. I'm going to pay attention to it. I'm going to do what my mentor says, and I'm really going to give it my all because I invested so much. So yes, I think it feels good too, Gail. Like I was just talking to somebody the other day, about how, what else am I going to spend the money on? I'm not the type of person who's like all about like the luxury and, buying expensive pocketbooks and, I like to travel. Yes, I would love to spend it on travel. But other than that, I really enjoy educating myself and growing and just becoming better. So for me to put it back into my business in education or mentoring, it just seems so logical. Like it just makes sense. So yeah, Mary, I want you to finish it. Hey, you're a copy coach. Yes, I completely agree, right, Hattie? And you're growing too in your business, and I've just noticed that, like, I'm just like growing and growing. What are you spending money on? I don't know what your first name is. It just says P. Larson. You got to have the skin in the game. Yes, and I really feel like the leaders, right? Because there's some people that get into entrepreneurship or coaching because they think it looks like, oh, wow, like I can just work from home, make thousands of dollars, and, whatever, like it's just easy. And the people that are really the leaders that know that it takes investment, it takes time, it takes heart, it takes hustle, those people are willing to invest in themselves, and the people who aren't don't. You're so not into spending stuff, either education and travel. Exactly. What else? Obviously, I'm actually, for those of you who don't know me or who haven't been following me, I'm actually moving in 2 weeks. About a year and a half ago, my life was completely different, and I ended up being a boomerang kid. And for those of you who don't know what that is somebody that moves back in with their parents as an adult. So I had to do that. I went through a divorce. My financial stuff was just a complete mess. My business didn't take off just yet. So I had moved back in with my parents about March of last year. And this year, in August, I will be moving out. So I've only been here for about a year and 3 months. And I'm going to be paying my rent for the entire year up front. And at the end of that year, I intend to purchase the house. So I'm super, super excited. And also just want to let you guys know that if you feel like it's a slow start for you right now, so much can happen in a year, and just be really, really patient with yourself and just freaking hustle. Because if this is your dream and this is what you really want, then nothing's going to stop you. Yes, thank you, Carmel. Yeah, give me some hearts for that, guys. Come on, I deserve the hearts. Where am I moving? I am moving to, I'm actually moving right down the street. I live in New Jersey, and I'm staying in my hometown because I actually really love it. You can relate to my challenges, absolutely, and that's why I do share them, and I'm really transparent because I know that it's not just my story. It's other people's stories too, and I want them to relate to that and know that oh, your name is Brooke? Oh, okay. What's it say? Oh, it says caramel. Okay, Brooke, I have that ingrained in my head now. All right, you're from Maryland originally. Yeah, I live in like South Jersey, so I actually live halfway between Atlantic City and Philadelphia, and I'm about 2 hours from New York, so I actually like where I live. And Live and Thrive on is Angie. Hey, Angie. Awesome. So I do want to talk to you guys about those investments that I made on Friday, like I promised. So the first thing was I actually invested in 2 mentors, and the first one is someone that they call I can't even remember what it is now. It's either the president of the internet or the king of the internet. For those of you who don't know him, his name is Frank Kern, and he is the one that he made the first $1 million selling info products on the internet, and he is a marketing genius. So I had the opportunity to work with him for a 6-week workshop, a 3-day in-person event, which means I actually get to meet him and work with him face to face. And then after that, a 4-month fellowship where I will continue to work with him for an additional 4 months as I start to up-level my business get all like my strategic marketing stuff in place. So that was $6,500, which I ended up paying in full, because if I were to break it up into payment plans, I would have ended up spending an extra $2,000. So for me, saving that $2,000 was worth just putting down that chunk of money. It was a complete stretch. It was like, holy crap, like what? I thought it was cheap too, Angie. I was like, this is a no-brainer. Like, what the hell? I don't know, but if you want to PM me either on Twitter or Facebook, Angie, I can send you the link to the sales page. So I don't know if it's still up. I know he took the webinar down. He had a webinar first, that sold the program. So I know that the webinar is down, but I'm pretty sure the sales page is still on. So I totally agree. I thought it was a no-brainer to work with him in person, face to face, and have that ongoing mentorship. Was just like, I'm doing it. The next thing was investing in another mentor. So it's funny because I kind of went into Friday knowing that I had these two things that I was going to invest in. And I really thought it was going to be a choice. I really thought I was going to pick one or the other, not both. And of course, I ended up investing in both. So the other one was a 5-figure investment. So it was 10,000 plus. I did not pay that one in full. That one actually was a payment plan, so that felt a little bit better. However, I invested in a coach, another coach who actually is more of a PR person. So she's going to help me with really publicity, getting media coverage, getting in certain magazines, getting really connections. So this one was more about the connections and the relationships with industry peeps, and really just getting myself out there broader to the masses, and really being more like a household name instead of just, like a Facebook name. So I'm super excited about that one as well. So those are two. That is $16,500 so far. And the last thing that I invested in on Friday was new professional photos for my website. So I am so excited because I am actually going to be working with Caroline White, and she's based out of LA. I'm going to be working in, or actually traveling to LA, and working with her for the photos. And I'm really excited because if any of you guys know or have been following me, I have been struggling with my weight because I just gained a lot of weight when I first started entrepreneurship, just from just being very sedentary, being on my computer all day long. So I gained like 50 pounds, like really, really fast. And for me, it was a lot. So, I have been pretty much denying myself, or like waiting until I lost the weight to get the pictures done, and I just went for it. I really trust that she's going to make my photos beautiful, that she's really going to bring out my personality, and I believe that the photos that I'm going to get with her are going to up-level me to, the status of where I want to be by working with Frank and working with this other mentor. That's what I'm focusing on in my coaching. Entrepreneurial ass. I saw you post that the other day, Hattie, and it's so funny. Thank you, Angie. You're a Beachbody coach. That's awesome. Yeah, I actually did P90X before Mary, and I lost a ton of weight. I had a huge, huge transformation. So, it's just, I have so much going on that I've put my health and exercising and all that stuff last, because it's just not a priority for me. And I've talked about that, and, it's not about not loving myself. It's not about not being me, but it's just the fact that for me being so small, like I'm only 5 foot tall, I actually, that huge weight gain for me was just, it was a shock because I've just never been this size before. You're coming to LA. Will you have any meetings here? Yes, Brooke, I'm actually working with, or actually connecting with a couple of my peeps out on the West Coast to see if we can schedule either some sort of meetup or mastermind while I'm out there. I would love to do that. You have to schedule your fitness in. Yes, Salam, the Shorty Club. I know I am tiny. So, for me, it was just a shock. It wasn't really that, like I said, I don't hate myself. I don't hate my body, like nothing like that. It just was like a shock to go from, certain weight that I've been my whole life to like just gaining 50 pounds within, I think it was like within like 4 or 6 months. So, so I'm excited because I get to work with all of these amazing people. And even though the price tag was pretty large, I really feel like they were all worthwhile investments, and that I'm going to see the return in that tenfold, like probably even more than that. So when you're thinking about making investments for yourself, just think about that. How is it going to affect your business? How is it going to affect your life? Is this person really going to be able to take you to the next level? If by you making the investment, is it enough of a stretch for you to actually utilize the information to take it to the next level? Because I think that's another thing too, is like, like I was saying, when it's a small investment and you're not really stretching yourself, and it's just like, oh, I can afford, this $300 course, then it's, you're only going to stay at that level. But if you were to maybe invest in a coach or invest in something else, you have to stretch yourself a little bit, or else you're always going to stay here. So you want to like stretch and up level yourself so that you can continue to go up and up and up and up. So money has to flow in and out. Absolutely. And I totally believe in the money in, the money out. So I know that making those investments on Friday, something is going to happen. Something amazing is going to happen. I'm going to have clients coming out of the woodworks, or something just dramatic is going to happen. I know it, every single time that I've, invested, usually either like that day or the next day, I've gotten a client or some other like huge, investment, or not investment, but cash flow has come in. So yes, I love it too. It's really exciting. So I am going to go. I actually did really well yesterday and got off the grid. I did a short Periscope. Then I went off the grid, and I actually went to the boardwalk with my son and my boyfriend and his daughter, and that was really fun. And today we are going to go to the movies and shopping. So I'm starting to, take time for myself personally, away from the business too, because I think that's really important. I think that, all of this stuff and all of these things that we're going for, and the money that we want to achieve, like, it's for a reason. It's for a certain lifestyle. So I can't be like chained to my computer and working all day long and not enjoying life. So I am going to be doing that this weekend, and I just really want to thank you guys for listening. And if you guys want to reach out to me, if anybody is in the LA area, hit me up on Facebook. I'm Jen Scalia on Facebook as well. Pretty easy to find. And let me know if you're going to be out there, because you're attracting creepy people. Heidi, I love Heidi. Yes, thank you. But yes, anybody in or near LA, the dates are going to be August 10th to August 16th. So I would love to meet anybody out there. And I'm actually going to be going back to the West Coast to work with Frank Kern at the end of September. So if we can't link up in August, then maybe we can link up in September. So thank you guys for watching, and maybe I'll be back on a little bit later. Maybe I'll give a little movie review if we actually can get in to see this damn movie. We're going to go watch The Minions, of course. Brooke, totally want to meet you too. You won't be surprising me on that one, Heidi. Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm sure that we will meet again, my love. All right, guys. I am going to go and enjoy the rest of my day. And you guys